Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Compliance Corner with John Hanson. Today is Monday, March 30th, 2020, and I'm here with Mr. John Hanson. John, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Awesome, awesome. So we got some different directives this weekend from the state regarding what we are able to do now, and so we thought we'd go through those together. So let's start here, John. One thing we're saying is stay home, stay healthy is still in effect, and we must understand and abide by the spirit of the law. Can you tell us what the spirit of the law means?
Yeah, on Saturday morning when this revision came out, we tried to get this information out to people. I unfortunately was interpreting the spirit of the law to mean that we were to go ahead and get these things closed. We were to do what we do as realtors, things like that, as well as many of us were doing. And that's not what the spirit of the law change, revision here was. This revision that came about was, as Annie Fitzsimmons clearly states, stay home, do it from home, don't obligate third-party service providers. That's the spirit of the law. The spirit of the law isn't giving us leniency to do things if we can justify it by this, that, or the other. And I just wanted to make sure that's clearly understood because Annie Fitzsimmons did a great video where she's pretty somber as she explains that to us.
Yeah, absolutely. And so basically what we want to make sure everybody understands is everything that can be done from home must be done from home still. So then we go into this, John, and say, so we've got protocols. Everything's by appointment only, and no more than 2 people in a home at a time and practicing social distancing of 6 feet apart, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, we want that. That's kind of the basis of it. We want to make sure that we are always doing those things when we have to leave our houses to enter a home. We always want to honor those protocols.
Gotcha, gotcha. So then now we can go into the list of allowed activities. We know we can show listings. We can have photos taken by the realtor only, inspections for pending transactions, appraisals for pending transactions, pre-closing walkthroughs for pending transactions. So when we're talking about showings, can we walk through a little bit about what are the mechanics of that? How will that take place when we know there's only 2 people in the home at any given time?
Yeah, first let me say this, that in terms of photography and in terms of staging, in terms of those kinds of activities, that those are not allowed. And so I was trying to use some justifications for some of those things, but we cannot obligate third parties to do any of those things at all. And so if there's photographs to be taken, we must be the ones taking them or the owner themselves. So I just want to make sure that's very, very clear.
Yeah, so staging, it's okay. If I have a listing, I have to stage it. I can't bring in outside stagers. If I have a listing, I have to take the photographs, or the seller has to take the photographs. I can't bring in outside photographers.
Yeah, I would say that for staging, that we cannot even do a staging. Okay, wow. That's my interpretation of the spirit of the law. Now, if it's a vacant house, and you, it's just you who's going in and putting those things into the house in terms of staging, that's one of those things where you want to be really careful about that spirit of the law thing. Can it wait? Can it wait until after this ban is lifted? But you certainly should never try to obligate a third party to go in and do something like that.
Gotcha. So basically the things that we're showing right here, showings, photos, inspections, appraisals, and pre-closing walkthrough. That's it. That's the only things that we're allowed to do right now.
That we can do.
Right.
And so as far as movers go, we cannot be involved in trying to direct that third party activity in any way at all. If the owner themselves, have to move and it's an elderly person who can't do it the work themselves and has to get someone else to do it, that's their business. We can't be involved in arranging that in any way whatsoever, and we want to give them caution on it. But the fear that Annie Fitzsimmons has, that as well as anyone in our profession has, is that if we are found to be abusing these slight privileges, I'll call them, then they will just take it away. Because it was a long time in the workings that our realtors was working with the governor, trying to get the governor to give us this leniency, and we finally got it. We don't want to abuse it.
Absolutely. So everybody adhere to this. We are very, very, walking a fine line here. So these are the only things that you can do, and don't do more. If it can be done from home, it must be done from home. Okay, John, thank you so much for this fantastic update. I think this really helps our people have a lot of clarity.
Good. You're welcome.
All right. We'll see you guys later. Thank you so much, and hopefully have a wonderful rest of your day.